Thank you for joining me on the Endless Mountain Network. Today is Wednesday, the 4th of March, 2009. And have you heard any bottom calling on CNBC? I am just wondering. I know a lot of you don't even watch it, and you know what? Good job. I mean, seriously, you watch these mainstream medias, you are going to get more lies than you will truth. However, I did say on one of my previous videos, expect more truth on the mainstream media, and I think that I've seen a small sign today that that might be the case. I'll get to that in a second. First off, I want to talk about a video I seen yesterday on the Phil the Careless channel, which George for Title edited and expanded upon, and that was people who are losing a lot of money on the casino. Stock market. It's so tough because now I'm getting confused with the whole casino stock market, because to me this is just like another game like blackjack or baccarat or slot machines. Just another kind of game, except for it's a little more dangerous and more dangerous. Anyway, what they were saying was we had people who were investing in this casino gambling in this casino who were losing a lot of money. We're talking people who have lost half their portfolio, third of their portfolio. Heck, they've lost a lot of money, and yet we had these financial experts, these economic people who were apparently so smart on mainstream media coming out here and saying invest in the long term. Okay, now what's your idea of investing in long term? Because I'm a game theorist. I try to find the best way to win, if you will. To me, I think the best way to invest on the long term is to be looking at the 1 hour and daily term time frame of stock charts, and then make your decisions based on that, going long and then short on the company. If you're investing on the long term right now, great. So how's your shorts coming along? How are your gold stocks coming along? Because there should be no reason for you to be investing in companies like Google or Bombardier right now when the market is just going to get tanked. Yet they have these people on here saying invest in the long term, and they're saying this to 65-year-olds. Oh my, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, this is insanity. This is literally insanity, in my humble opinion. Okay, let's continue on some more. Yesterday, I was watching CNBC, and I don't know who the special guest was on there, but we had someone come on here and do a bottom call. Yes, we had someone on CNBC make bottom calls. We had someone on here saying that this week we would reach our 52-week low, meaning the lowest point of 2009 would be this week. So when we look at the Dow Jones chart on December the 31st, 2009, we are going to see the 52-week low from this particular week. Oh, that's insanity. That is insanity how you are calling bottoms. Now, I come on here and do I call bottoms? Oh yeah, but my bottom calling is different because I want to talk about two things. First off, when I call bottoms, my bottom calls are not for a year, no, or 2 years, no. My bottom calls are for a few months, maybe even a few weeks. That to me is a few bottoms. Just like November 21st was a bottom that lasted for, again, a few months. That's to me what a bottom call would be. And I also stated that not all of my predictions are going to be right, in the sense that you're going to have to adjust your strategy as you find out where things are going to go wrong. Because I did say that I thought around 730 to 750 would act as support for the S&P 500. I was wrong. And you know what? That's supposed to happen now and again. But once again, they have these people on there saying, oh, that there's going to be a bottom. However, I did not hear him say I could be wrong. He didn't say that, nor did he give any good evidence for why he could have been wrong. So once that's something else. However, once again, I want to talk about yet another interview I seen today. I watched it and I took notes. Basically, I reintegrated what the people said, and I put the conversation with Mark Haines and Mr. Forrester. I'm not too sure what his first name is because I only caught the last part of the interview, but the interview will be in the more info section. We will have the interview for what was being said. And one thing that I did said when I talked about my previous video last week was I was expecting, based on the Mayan calendar, for there to be more truth amongst the mainstream media. And we were going to probably see this cycle happen this particular year. So that's another one of my predictions. There's going to be so many more predictions for me. But a little bit is showing that it possibly could be right when I listened to what Mark Haines said as he helped clarify some truth. And when you read what this is saying, you can see how, I mean, he's being realist. He's being realistic. He's not being pessimistic. He's not being optimistic. Maybe he feels pessimistic for what's happening. That's why I made the video handling gloom and doom news, because that's what it's all about, is handling the situation that is coming. But this guy today, Mr. Forrester, was saying how this was a very beautiful time to buy buying stocks. People have been saving so much money that they now can put the money in the stock market. You really think that is going to be happening, Mr. Forrester? Because literally, I only have one possible reason for the stock market going up over what most people call the intermediate term, what I call the long-term time frame, and that is if the government pumps that money in the stock market. That is the only way that I can see stocks going up. And if you include inflation, that wouldn't even go up, because yes, we'd see the Dow go up to 10, 11,000, but they would have to lose half of the value in the dollar, meaning half of 11,000 is 5,500. So that's the only way I can possibly see how the market can go up. If you do know a better way, leave a comment or a video response below and let me know. But I don't see how the stock market can go up over the long term. Yes, over particular days it may go up, and even over particular weeks and months it may go up. But like Mr. Brian Shannon from alphatrends.net says, all rallies are guilty until proven innocent. He's been saying that for a while, and none of them have been proven innocent. Yes, one of these times it may be the bottom, but I don't think it's going to be 2009. I really don't see that happening at all. I just don't see it happening. However, Mr. Mark, you have done really well. I loved what you were saying, and you are realistic about the situation. I watched what you said, and well, thank you, Mark, for at least not trying to say, like, at least trying to be with the guy saying, you know what, I think you're right, Mr. Forrester, we should be buying stocks. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to recover, because I'm listening to Mr. Ben Bernanke, and he says that things are going to be fine. Man, I just enjoy trusting someone with like an accuracy rate that Mr. Bernanke has. Heck, the Mayan calendar, I don't want to listen to that. I don't listen to anything that's got over 99% success rate. No, I want to listen to Mr. Ben Bernanke and what he has to say. Of course, they never mentioned any of those. They never mentioned Ben Bernanke. They never mentioned the Mayan calendar. And that's something I want to see too. I'm trying to wonder when the mainstream media is going to be talking about the Mayan calendar, sort of like the way I talk about it and not the way the History Channel talks about it. I'm looking forward to seeing on like news shows when we have people like Regis Philbin, Oprah Winfrey, these people talking about the Mayan calendar the way it's supposed to be talked about. That should be coming very soon also. We'll see how it goes. Let me just look at some more of the stuff that was said here, because let's see here. Right off the bat, they were talking about how that this is going to be a tough slide and how nobody likes this and everyone has been taking pain and nobody enjoys this. Nobody enjoys this. People who are shorting the market making millions of dollars don't enjoy this. People like me who enjoy cleansing processes that want to get out of this negative era, this lower frequency into a higher frequency, doesn't enjoy this. The insanity, the insanity, the insanity, the insanity. Well, Mark, thank you so much for at least putting up a good debate with Mr. Forrester. I didn't agree with anything that Mr. Forrester said. If this particular interview is uploaded by somebody, I will search Forrester on the internet today. If it comes up, I will post a link to it. But we're going to start hopefully seeing some more the opposite of insanity, hopefully, on the mainstream media, because this insanity is going a little too far. Peace and light, everyone. Have yourself a magnificent day. Bye-bye.